Hello everyone, this is Fiona from SchoolNet welcoming you to our webinar entitled Symbaloo, a great classroom tool for all age groups. Thank you for joining us today. I wonder which curation sites you belong to. I belong to quite a few, such as Scoopit, Pinterest, Learnist, Digo, etc. But one of my favorites is definitely Symbaloo. I really love its neat, colorful, cubic look. It's available as an Android and an iPad app as well as a web tool. Symbaloo can be used very effectively from kindergarten to high school and beyond. In fact, my introduction to Symbaloo came via Twitter, where I read about Matt Gomez, a kindergarten teacher in Texas. He has an amazing blog called My Hullabaloo, and he uses Symbaloo extensively. But before I show you what I discovered when I explored his blog, let me describe Symbaloo to you. Symbaloo is a tool you can use to create multiple tiles to organize web links of one sort or another. You could add URLs, videos, MP3s, etc. It thus becomes a visual curation tool or a visual bookmarking tool. You can find Symbaloo at www.symbaloo.com. But if you're a teacher, you can actually add your class as well if you join the Symbaloo Edu part of Symbaloo. Both are free, Symbaloo Edu and Symbaloo, and so Symbaloo Edu would enable you to enroll your students for them to create Symbaloo web mixes easily. This is called a web mix that you can see in front of you. And these web mixes are basically collections of your bookmarks. Symbaloo has already created tiles of popular websites, so if you want to use those to save time, they're there for you as well, and I'll show you that in a minute. In this particular slide, I used Symbaloo as an index tool. Earlier this year, or last year, I wrote a series of blog posts called 30 Days of Web Tools. And I created an index on this Symbaloo, linking each post to a tile for easy access. So let me show you how to use Symbaloo Edu. Assuming that you're going to join a class as well, this would be the best way to go. So you'd sign up at http://edu.symbaloo.com, and you would be asked to fill in your details, and you'll be sent an email to verify your email address, and then you'll be taken to your home page. And now this is that page that I told you about, where Symbaloo's just put the various popular web links into a web mix. But now you'd want to create your own web mix, so you'd click on Add a Web Mix. You'd give it a name, and then you click on Add. And now you'd be faced with an empty web mix, and you'd start adding your information. You'd click on the first tile. A box appears, and you click here to create your own tile. So you add in your details. Maybe you'll give the URL. If you want to give it a title, like I gave each of those web tools their title, you could do that there. And if you want different colors, you would select your color and click on Add Tile to Web Mix. Then you'd start on another tile. And so you would go on adding your tiles, which, by the way, you can move around to form your own pattern until eventually you'd end up with the end result that you wanted. What I love about Symbaloo is you can share other people's web mixes if they have shared them. When you create a web mix, you don't have to share your web mixes, but you ask if you would like to. And in the current age of sharing, many do. And this means that you don't have to recreate the wheel. For example, there's a wonderful group called Kinderchat, and they've put together this beautiful collection of National Geographic ebooks, which I'm going to show you in a second. And they've also put together this lovely group of Just Dance videos. I tried these out on a grade 1 class the other day, and we listened to the chicken dance, the monkey dance, 5 little monkeys, etc. And the class loved them. What I found very interesting is that they got up and they started copying the actions. Now I'm going to go into my computer to show you my actual Symbaloo account. So here I am in my Symbaloo account, and this is the home web mix that I told you about, where Symbaloo's just put together a few things that might interest one, such as Google, Encyclopedia, Pinterest, Blogger, YouTube, etc. At the side here, if I click on that little arrow, you'll see all my web mixes, plus the ones that I've added from other people. So I've got a nice collection of different web mixes here, counting some grade 4 sites, ebooks, reading books from Staff 4, etc. I've clicked on the National Geographic one, and now I'm going to show you what happens if I click on the first book over here, Spot. It opens up like this, and it's a case of clicking on the sound icons.
In a quiet spot, a mother cares for her cub. A leopard's spot. Teeth flash, paws push. Playing rough teaches the cub to hunt and stay safe. These cats hunt in their home or habitat. They wait in trees. They creep through grass.
So you can see this is a wonderful collection of books to use in a classroom. Now if I wanted to find some web mixes that others had created, I'd go to the right hand side to the search button, and I would type in gallery. Or if you know the name of the web mix, you would click a search for that name. As mentioned, one of my favorites is Matt Gomez, and you can see that he's got quite a lot of web mixes that he has published for his class. On his blog, he's got a selection called My Favorite Videos for Brain Breaks, Transitions and Indoors, and he's listed all the ones that he uses for those events. My other favorite is Kinderchat, and they have a huge collection of different kinds of web mixes. So let's go back to my presentation and talk about classroom uses of Symbaloo. So as mentioned, you can share sites that others have created and learn from them. As a teacher, you could create a starter page of internet sites for your students to use, or your students could create their own. Symbaloo opens its tiles in a new window so that the original always remains as a reference point. So you could create web quests for your students to use. As a teacher, you could save your favorite tools so that they're always handy for you to use easily and quickly. You could use it like I did as an index post for a number of blog posts you've created around a topic. I put a link there to a music teacher who searches out YouTube videos and discovery education information to supplement the classroom, and she stores them on a Symbaloo mix. Matt Gomez has an interesting post showing how he manages his Symbaloo account, which is worth following. You could use it for collecting typing sites for the students to practice their typing skills. You could share appropriate links for assignments, research, additional info, etc. And you could create a teacher homepage providing students and parents with a one-stop access to a classroom website, info, or resources. As a student, I found a video showing a grade 7 student talking about what she does with Symbaloo, and I'll show you an extract in a minute. And you could also use Symbaloo for electronic portfolio, for an electronic portfolio for your students, so that they can showcase knowledge and digital project stories, movie trailers, presentations, etc. This grade 7 student talks about how she uses Symbaloo. So,
Welcome to my personal learning environment. I've been practicing network learning in my 7th grade science class. I spent some time at the beginning of the year learning how to find information online and how to pull it all together on a personal page. As you can see, there's lots of stuff here. Some things, like my Facebook account and the blocks across the top, are not for school. I organized all my schoolwork along the bottom row. Every morning, when I come to class, I visit the science agenda to see what we're doing for the day. Sometimes there are videos to watch or other work to do. Other times, I decide what I need to work on next. One day, we played a game called Pocket Tanks, and I used it to learn how to write an official scientific report. That was created on my Google Docs account and published for anyone to see.
I'm sure you can see that this is an interesting video to watch. Unfortunately, my time has run out, so that's all that I'm going to say about Symbaloo today. But I'm sure you'll agree with me, Symbaloo is definitely a bookmarking site that every teacher should explore. Thank you very much for attending today. Bye.